a goal up on Manchester City in the opening game of the WSL. Aggie Beever-Jones with that goal. Rachel Coursey, Izzy Christensen here. And Izzy, it came from an outlet that had been happening all half.
Yeah, I think Chelsea really found their rhythm using the right-hand side and Ellie Carpenter's pace. You can see the benefit of the system here. Back three, Natalie Bjorn stepping in. Something Natalie Bjorn is so good at. She released the wing back. Here you can just see, you know, you want to speak about this here from Ellie Carpenter, Rach.
Yeah, I think you can't understate just the ball in from Bjorn, because it allows Ellie to just use her stride, which is very difficult to match. That's not, for me, it's not Greenwood that's isolated there. Greenwood can't really affect that because the pass is so good. And similar here, you know, we see you get it, and it's a perfect weight because she doesn't have to break stride. Here again, a good delivery in. I feel City need to probably understand the danger that carries. I felt for the goal that they didn't appreciate the danger, and it wasn't so much, yes, Ellie delivered the final ball, but you've got to identify, again, you see Aggie Beever-Jones. I'm not sure Pryor really has that situation under control. Again, the ball doesn't go into Aggie Beever-Jones, but if it did, I'm not sure defensively they've got the right structure there.
Yeah, they did learn.
You got to know that's Carpenter's absolute super strength. She's going to get at you and she's going to deliver. At you, deliver. At you, deliver. You've got to defend properly in the middle. And for me, they're too slack there, and that's what cost them the goal.
A goal up, should they have had a penalty too?
You definitely have seen these given in the WSL. I mean, again, the impact coming from the right-hand side. If it's not Jonna Rytting-Kaneryd a majority of last season, it's now been Ellie Carpenter in this opening game. But here, you know, Sandy Baltimore, wing-back to wing-back, joining in. You can see it again in slow motion. There is contact on the hand from Gracie Pryor, and, you know, nonetheless, if you're just watching here, the impact from Yamashita in goal, she deals with the deflection so well, reaction save, tucks it round the post, but we have definitely seen those given.
All right, Carpenter with the impact then for Chelsea. How does City get back into this?
City are in it. I think City have had good opportunities. I think they very much clearly are trying to work on their style. There's little rotations going on. You can see in possession. They just have to be very careful out of it, because at the moment they're getting exposed. They're in it though. They've had good opportunities themselves.
Chelsea then a goal up, and thanks to our stato in the stands, Lucy Bronze, who informs us Aggie Beever-Jones scored the last goal for Chelsea last season. She's got the first this. Chelsea, the defending champions, win the opening game of the WSL season. And it is the first of 118 matches with us across Sky Sports. And this weekend we've still got 4 more for you. On Sunday our build-up begins from 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll bring you Brighton, Aston Villa, Liverpool, Everton, Manchester United, Leicester and Spurs against West Ham. All those matches kicking off at the same time, whilst our focus will be a Merseyside derby. There's only one person in the stadium who didn't need to see that goal again, because she scored it. Aggie Beever-Jones and Ellie Carpenter join us live on Sky after a 2-1 win for Chelsea over Manchester City. You would see that again. You'd enjoy that?
Yeah, I mean, Ellie put it on a plate for me, so it was incredible. I think Ellie was outstanding today, and yeah, we're delighted to come away with a win and start the campaign strong.
You did put it on a plate for you. We'd seen you do that a couple of times prior to the goal as well. If you could assist her now with the microphone, perfect. Let's have a little look at the goal. Talk us through what the manager had asked you to do in the lead up to this one, and how pleased you were with this.
Yeah, obviously we're playing with the 5-back, so it allows me to get up a bit more and attack. We've been working a lot in training and pre-season for 6 weeks, obviously the early crossing behind, and yeah, Aggie made a great run. She just tapped it in, so it made me look good. But no, very happy with the win, and we wanted to start strong and get the 3 points, so we've done that.
We know you've not had a lot of time together. How have these connections felt? Because all the way through this match, that looked very natural.
Yeah, I think for me, Ellie's a world-class player, and I've never, generally one of the quickest players ever, so I knew she was going to get there, and for me it was just about, yeah, keeping my head and putting it in the back of the net, but yeah, watching it again, Ellie's put it on a plate, so I've got to say many thanks to her, but yeah, I think it's just part of doing a good pre-season, and yeah, we're ready to start the campaign, and we're feeling good with ourselves, and yeah, we're happy.
Looks like she's worked you hard again. How did you find pre-season? How have you found it all so far?
Yeah, pre-season was hard. It was actually my first pre-season I've ever done with the team, fully one, so... But it was really nice to create those relationships early with the team, obviously being new into the squad as well, and I think we've really worked on our foundations, and we, really gelling as a team, so yeah, I'm just really happy with the win.
Luckily, you don't have to assist Rachel and Izzy. I mean, you can give it a go if you want.
Well done.
That's what you've got.
It was honestly like we had Lucy Bronze during the coverage, speaking during the commentary. She was speaking that you had obviously scored the last goal of last season here at Stamford Bridge, and you scored the first one of this season. We were waxing lyrical about you before the game, Aggie. You kind of like it like that, don't you?
Yeah, I think obviously last season it was a great way to end the season, but for me, I'm just trying to continue what I could build on last year, and for me there's a lot of improvement still, and it's about keeping my head level and taking moments when I get them. But what allows me to do it is being in such a great team with world-class players around me. But I'm delighted with today, and hopefully it's something we can build on.
I think, for me, I said before the game, I sort of questioned, is it difficult to come into a season where you're unbeaten last year? How do you handle that pressure? What's your expectations on yourself? Do you speak about that? Or is it a case of you just go game at a time and just have that Chelsea mentality that we all are jealous of, really?
Me or you?
Yeah, I think obviously everyone wants to beat Chelsea. Obviously, coming in here, that obviously being new to the environment, you can see that winning mentality from day one, and that's what's so lovely about this environment. Everyone can give their all, and I think even in training, just the small things in training, you want to win everything, and I think we then transfer that onto the pitch into the game, and I think that's important to have those high standards every day.
Yeah, you look great tonight, so well done, both of you.
Aggie, tactical question for you.
Yeah.
Man City went pretty high with their pressure. You were the out ball a lot. You were pinning the centre backs. You dealt with the ball really well to your feet, and that relationship. Caroline mentioned the connections with Hamano in particular. I know we've seen the connections with Ellie, of course, for the goal, but I think you and Hamano in that midfield area, dropping deep, you looked like you really understood what was asked of you tonight.
Yeah, I think for me, obviously with some injuries, and we have the likes of Sam and unfortunately with Myra, and their hold-up play is something that I can learn a lot off, and if I'm honest, that's probably where I need to improve the most. So yeah, I've been working on it a lot, and I think it's nice when it's obviously it gets seen, but yeah, I'm able to work on that and then obviously show elements of my part of the game. But the team really helped me out today. I had Micah and Weeka to support underneath, and Kira and Erin, so yeah, I'm happy with it, and again, it's something to build on and to continue to improve.
Thought you were good at assists. For those that didn't see that, your gaffer just came in and gave you a little shove in the back then. That's what you get for playing well. Yeah. I was going to give you player of the match trophy, but I won't now. That was enough. Shove and you go. Oh, let you both go. I know. Was it this arm you hurt?
Oh, yeah, this one, but we're all good.
Ah, she's all good. We have... Oh, you nicked it. Oh, there we go.
I've never had one of
There's
these.
always one. I was looking everywhere for it, and over there, she's taken it away. This is the player of the match trophy. If you could do the big build-up...
We'll let Aggie assist Ellie again.
Oh, there you go.
All the way around.
Ellie, you are player of the match.
Congratulations. She's leaving. Take the applause from the crowd as well. Well done, you two. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Great with the microphone. Off they go. Right, that was 1-0. Let's have a little look at 2-0 as she waves off into the distance. Because this, again, was crucial. This kind of took the sting out of things, didn't it?
It did, and it was, again, a goal down the right-hand side. I think probably, for me, there's question marks over the Man City defending. I think when we see the picture build, I don't think Gracie Pryor, she hesitates to drop, then she steps. It sort of exposes Jade Rose then at the back, and you just see, in the end, great finish from Hamano. I felt, for me, she was up there as a contender for player of the game as well. I think a lot of good performances from Chelsea, but a simple finish for her in the end. But Man City get themselves in a lot of problems just by the way they don't protect themselves. They allow it to be 1v1 in areas that pulls people out of position. And when you're a centre-back, two young centre-backs tonight, it's a steep learning curve when you play Chelsea, because they will punish you and they get bodies in the box, and if you don't defend those central areas really well, you'll be in trouble. And that's probably the one thing I would say for City. I personally felt tonight they missed the likes of Alex Greenwood more central, primarily because of that organisational part that she will bring. She'll help the people around her, and I just felt they got exploited a little bit because they played a team like Chelsea who have so many top players.
It looked at one stage like they were forcing their way back into it. Definitely had the better chances, Manchester City as well. 2-1 though on the night. We'll hear more from both managers in just a bit and find out how Lily Murphy is and Alex Greenwood too. But Sonia Bonpastor on the right. First game in the WSL ends in defeat for new City boss Andre Yeglets. He's been speaking after this one to Lindsay.
I'm Andre, let's get your reaction to that. A lot of shots tonight, but ultimately you've not taken any points.
Of course, I'm disappointed. I think we deserve, based on how we are playing, especially second half, and these chances we are creating. I think that's we should have had result with us. It didn't happen. But when we analyze the game afterwards, there is a lot of things also that we can bring with us that shows that we are challenging Chelsea during the whole game, and that we definitely will do that during the season.
Style-wise, how much of your blueprint did you see?
I think there's a lot of things. I think that especially the high press, which I think is an important thing for us. How do we make sure that we can win the ball high up? I think we did that in first half, in second half quite many times. And also the way that we can create scoring chances. It's not just through crosses, it's also through central combinations. So there is parts of it, definitely.
I have to ask you about those injuries towards the end, very concerning for City fans. Alex Greenwood, first of all, what do you know?
I don't know anything. I know she needed to go off because she had some feelings in her leg, and then we just need to sort it out the coming days how it goes. And and then there was Lily.
Yeah, and you never like to see a young player, especially going off on a stretcher. Have you given her some comfort already?
No, I haven't met her yet. So she was going on off just before the game ended, and I need to find her now, and hopefully, cannot do anything with it, but she was obviously very, very sad and in a lot of pain.
What do you expect your message to the team to be this week? You know, tough season opener against the champions. Like you said, at times went toe-to-toe. What will you be saying this week?
No, I said it already in the circle afterwards. I think that we are very disappointed. We are here to win. That was what our belief was, to take points with us. But also if you zoom out a little bit, and I'm bringing some new things, and we are changing a couple of things. And already in the first game, we show that we have come quite far. We're not there yet, but we have come quite far, and the players believe in what we are doing. They're showing that during the whole game. So those things we definitely need to bring with us and get a win next weekend instead.
And thoughts for the season ahead? Optimistic?
Yeah, definitely. We have so many talented players and skillful players and very driven players also that wants to improve and wants to do things even better. So City is going to be a team for the season.
Thank you, Andre. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Lindsay Hooper with the questions. Clearly too early to know what's wrong with Lily Murphy, but of course we send her all our best. And to Alex Greenwood. That performance from Manchester City, you look at the number of shots on target, Chelsea restricted as well to their fewest shots, 8 since February 2021. So what does City need to do to tweak that to improve?
When we spoke to Andre before the game, he spoke about wanting to kind of find more central connections on the pitch. You know, Manchester City's features of the last 4, 5, 6 seasons has been, you know, so much threat from wide areas, you know, with the likes of Chloe Kelly, Lauren Hemp in particular. Nikita Paris over the years. There's so many wingers I can name that have had a huge impact in a Manchester City shirt. Andre's come in and he wants to, you know, keep a lot of things the same, but make, you know, adjustments. And I like the ideas of wanting to find more. Yeah, you could see more central connections. You could see the adjustment of Lauren Hemp's positioning. You know, she played on the right hand side, sort of cutting in sort of an inside pocket place, looking to get Casper around the outside. So you can kind of see the theory behind it. I think probably didn't get Lauren Hemp, Bunny Shaw and Vivian Miedema close enough at times in the game. I think that was probably due to how compact Chelsea were in the centre of the pitch. But ultimately he's spot on. It's the first game, you know, first competitive game, you know, after a long pre-season with perhaps not hugely competitive fixtures, to come in against the champions. You know, it's a bit of a shock. I think it wouldn't have been a surprise if the game had ended a draw. But ultimately Manchester City did have chances this evening. Bunny Shaw in particular, immediately after Chelsea had opened the scoring.
That was the one, wasn't it?
That was the chance. They didn't take it. And, you know, it's a fine line at this level, really is. But I think early signs, you can kind of see, you know, an evolution in the way they want to play.
Right? Yeah, I would agree with that. I was impressed by them. The shots and the stats sometimes can sort of be distorted in the fact the nature of the game affects that. You know, when Chelsea have the 2-goal lead, that it's it's more comfortable. There's more sort of onus on Man City, to go and try and get themselves back in the game. They did that. They had plenty of other opportunities, good opportunities. Hannah Hampton with some really big saves. I'm impressed, but there are some things they are going to need to address and get better at quickly. And I felt they weren't good enough in their own penalty box, and that's something you can work on, absolutely. But teams will also be looking at that and saying, let's put the ball in there, let's ask some questions. Can we move players out the way? Third player runs, all these things. So you've got to remember, when you see the weaknesses happen, you've got to address them and fix them, because other teams will be trying to do the same thing. So for a start, I think it's a good start from City. It's tough that they've had to play the champions first up, but it's a good test, and for me, they looked good.
If you are waiting to hear from Sonia Bonpastor, you'll be able to watch her interview across Sky Sports News and Sky Digital channels later tonight. Seeing this performance from both these teams, it'd be easy just to go, Chelsea, inevitable, this is what happens. But Rachel's right, there are areas, again, that they can exploit. I felt like we said that a lot last season.
I think that Chelsea, they opted to go with a back five, back three, however you want to look at it, with wing-backs today. The wing-backs being Ellie Carpenter and Sandy Baltimore, again, I thought she was excellent. I think Chelsea are there to be got at down the outsides of the wide centre-backs. We saw that with Bunny Shaw's chance in the first half. But I think tactically, Sonia Bonpastor, she tweaked things during the game. And I felt that the central compactness, they had a sort of box in midfield at times where they had four players compact centrally. And Manchester City were pushing on, almost going player-to-player marking. And I thought they were so intelligent with the way they evaded Manchester City's high press. They were fizzing the ball straight into the top line onto Aggie Beever-Jones, who was setting the ball underneath. She did say this to us. It was clearly in the game plan. She had support underneath the ball, and that's how Chelsea got out. And sometimes football is that simple, but, on the eye, it looks great. But trust me, the amount of work that must go into that, that's just another example of how adaptable Bonpastor is. And she's got the tools in a toolbox, on the bench in particular, with the quality. And we speak about it all the time, Chelsea's quality. But I thought they were really smart today. And, I think it could have been a draw, could have been 2-2. But I think ultimately, Chelsea, they showed why they're champions tonight.
That's it from here at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea, inevitable win, new signings, etc., etc. When it comes to Chelsea, don't make them Aggie, because they'll be dropping the mica. Some puns never change. Sorry.